But before we explain what's going on back here at the Manitowoc, I am connected. We are 11 minutes into a freeze, so which means any second this thing's going to drop into a harvest. I've made some changes, but I haven't done anything surgical yet. We've got parts. Let's see what happens. Harvest literally just started. So I want to see my temperature flop quick, and I want to see my pressure. Guess what, kids? I got pressure. I got temperature. This ice is gonna drop. Now I have too much pressure because my valve is run all the way in from last time. Let's see if it drops. You can't pay attention to this time because there was a wire disconnected on the solenoid. I tell you, that thing hasn't been energized for 30 seconds. We're already 50 degrees. Our air pump's on. Yeah. Will she drop? That's the question. Numerically, we should drop. We're 57. Oh, baby. Alright, I'm going to bring you up to speed. Show you the Boy Scout approach. I was never a Boy Scout. In fact, I didn't like Boy Scouts. No offense if you're a Boy Scout, but all the Boy Scouts I knew as a kid were tools. So this is the harvest pressure regulating valve. That is there. So I was getting some temperature rise, but I wasn't getting any pressure. So when you talk to you guys and people who are out here, they're like, dude, just change the discharge valve. Dude, just change the discharge valve. And I get that, but I still wasn't getting any pressure. So I wanted to change the harvest valve. But also, I wanted to, you talk to Manitowoc, and Manitowoc won't play or take the chance. Because, right, I've got to pull the 10 pounds of charge out of this, go through the whole headache. You don't want to change a few things and find out it's the one you didn't change. So we were changing that valve, okay, which, let's be honest, spoiler alert, that's what was on it. So we have that whole solenoid kit, which is the valve, solenoid, everything. Right, so this is the harvest pressure regulating valve. This is the harvest pressure solenoid, and this is the discharge hot gas, reversing solenoid. So before I went and did anything with the torch, I was prepared to change that body, and that valve. But I know all my solenoids were energized last time. I know I had 240 running to them, and I know my little spinner would light up, telling me that it was energized. But was it energized enough? So, all I did when I got here was I pulled that off, and I put the new solenoids on, but left the bodies intact. Because statistically speaking, It's not going to be the body, it's going to be the solenoid. So I just swapped those two. I didn't do anything with my valve, and she just dropped beautiful. Now the ice was really thick because I had it really thick to try and survive being washed away. So I've adjusted that, and now I'm going to adjust my pressure regulating valve back out for, yep, so 4 more quarter, I did 4 before on camera, so now I'm 8 quarter turns out. And when this hits 10, 11 minutes now, since I've adjusted the bridge thickness, we should go into a harvest, and I should almost immediately see temperature change and pressure change and get our drop without needing the torches, baby. So I'm happy to hang on to this guy. Sadly, I will need to order another one of these because I have the body valves and everything, but I'm going to need the actual solenoids, so I'll get those so that I'm made whole on the kits again. And bro, if we get out of this one without any torching, happy day. I needed a break today. Please, Christ. Harvest just started, 5 seconds in. Second to get up ahead of steam, but it is. Also, my pressure regulating valve starting to climb. Sorry, reflection. Seconds. Yeah, oh, we're definitely hot gassing. We are definitely hot gassing into there, man. So I don't care that temperature says 28. That's nuts. That is blazing hot to the touch. I may have thinned the bridge too much, but we'll see. Let's see what drops. There's our head. Now we're getting our pressure behind our temperature. Beautiful. So I think, right, so we got 50 degrees, at a minute and a half we got 50 degrees, 90 PSI. She's gonna drop. Yes, sir. Popping forward. Now we're going to have to run water. That's what we call the money shot right here. It's coming. I can see the air got behind the cube. We're at 94 PSI. 63 degrees. Bam. Now, let's take a look. So, I went too far. If you look at the cube, there's an air pocket in the middle. I want to get rid of that air pocket. So we're going to thicken up the probe a little bit. We're going to go into a harvest any second, but we can talk about this because some of you are probably screaming at me for buying these whole kits. I mean, I ended up only needing a part, but what if, right? So this is actually one of my locations. So I'm the facilities manager of this location. Also the service company serving it. This is the only ice machine it has. It went down on Friday night, and I knew I needed either that valve, or a combination of them. And I had to order all of them. None of them were available locally. So I'm not going to order 2/3 of what it might be. I'm gonna order all of it. So I'm not gonna take a chance. What's most important? You know, I have this in my stock now. As a service company, that has nothing to do with the location. I got one in my stock. Are they buying both of these complete kits? Absolutely, because I had to. So happy to leave them here, so if they ever need them, they don't have to buy the kit in the future. But, you know, I just wasn't going to take a chance. So many of you were like, oh, just change that. And it turns out maybe you were right. But I didn't need that, but I did need that valve. I did need that valve because I wasn't getting my pressure before. But I wasn't getting my pressure because that solenoid, so that solenoid needs to open up and then bleed to that, which can then regulate back into the evaporator. This side of this pipe is very hot, right? And then this runs into the evaporator. This is very cold. So what happens is this gets energized in the defrost. That opens, plunger comes up, hot gas makes that sound and starts feeding in. Oh, shut off here. Let's fire that back up. I know it's not exciting to watch the numbers, but kudos to all of you out there who said just change the harvest valve, because now I get a nice quick rise where previously I was not. What's up, buddy? Everybody's happy to see the Iceman coming. 36, and then in a second, the second solenoid will open up, and I'll start getting pressure to back feed in to go along with the temperature. So, right, 50 seconds, we're at 50 degrees. Discharge line is the trick there. I need to catch this. Look, it just shut off on bin full, but the bin is not full. Why is it off? Because there's a single piece of ice that got caught right there. And it's looking for that magnet to make contact with that. So, I'm gonna take that piece of ice out of there. The door closes. And it's gonna recognize that the bin is no longer full. All right, we just ran a 12.5-minute freeze cycle. So, I put this on the solenoid, not the reversing solenoid, but the pressure regulating valve solenoid. So, we've got pressure. We've got temperature climbing at 30 seconds. We're gonna shed this ice. And I can be done watching. This is about the third or fourth cycle we've done here. And every time without incident. A minute and a half. One of them was almost 2 minutes. But I like it. Degrees at 60 seconds. 52 degrees plus 99 psi plus air pump. I can see the air getting behind it. Oh yeah. See it? You can see the air bubbling behind it and the water moving behind the sheet.